Hi, Worthies. Welcome to your math lesson. So please be sure you're on page, I want to make sure, I think it's 225. So page 225 in your math books. We're going to look at graphs, more graphs. So yesterday actually, we looked at pictographs with pictures representing data. Today we're going to look at bar graphs, like bars representing data. Now, the bar graphs can go either up or down. So they can go this way, or they can go sideways, or like known as horizontal. So here, the bar graphs are horizontal. They go left and right. This bar graph talks about the number of moons for some planets. Like Mars only has 2 moons. As you can see, the bar graph only stops at 2. Neptune has 8 moons. Wow, see how it only stops at 8. Uranus has 14 moons, so it stops at 14. And Jupiter has 16 moons. Earth only has 1 moon. Okay, so let's answer these questions about the bar graph. I'm going to slightly make it like this so we can see both the bar graph and the questions. Are the bar graphs vertical or horizontal? So like I said earlier, they are horizontal. That means they go from left to right, sideways. Horizontal. Okay. How many labels are used? So labels mean like how many names are on this side of the graph. As you can see, there are only 4. We're only talking about 4 things here. So I'll put a number 4. How many moons does Neptune have? Well, we just reviewed that. Neptune stops just right here. So there are 8. Neptune has 8 moons. Which planet in the graph has the most moons? Jupiter, right? Jupiter has 16 moons. That's pretty cool. Okay. How many more moons? I'm going to just slightly move it this way. How many more moons, I don't mean to cross it out, does Jupiter have than Mars? So here, I've got to compare, and that means I need to subtract. So I'm going to look at Jupiter, J for Jupiter. It has 16. Mars, as you can see, not a lot, only 2. So Mars only has 2. So when I'm comparing, that means I have to subtract. So it's 16, take away 2. 16, take away 2, I can do that. Here's 2. I'll count down from 16, 16, 15, 14. So it only has 14 more moons. Yeah, I mean, Mars only has 2. Well, Earth only has 1, so. All right? So that's how you read a bar graph. We're going to look at another bar graph here. The very bottom, baskets of apples picked. The labels, we've got the days of the week. We only have 5 days of the week. And then scale-wise, we're going to go by 2. As you can see here in the bottom, we're going by 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Notice how, like, for Tuesday and even Monday, they go in between. Do you see that? I'm going to use blue. They go in between here, 6 and 8. So what's the number between 6 and 8? It's pretty much 7. So for Monday, maybe they picked 7 baskets of apples. On Tuesday, as well, look, they're in between 10 and 12. So that means they're only picking 11, because the number between 10 and 12 is 11. Wednesday, they've got 6 baskets picked. Thursday, they have 10. And Friday, they have 6. So make sure you write this down, because we're going to need it to answer the questions, or the one question here. So here's the instructions. Read the horizontal bar graph to find the number of baskets of apples the Blythe children picked. Find the average number of baskets picked each day. Oh, so we have to average this all out. It's a good idea that we had labeled, or at least like written down all the numbers. So on Monday, the Blythe family picked 7 baskets. On Tuesday, let me write 7 over here. On Tuesday, there were 11. Wednesday, there were 6. Thursday, there were 10. And on Friday, 6 again. So make sure you write this down, and we're going to add all of this, right? Because when we average, the first thing we do is add. I'm sorry I put my line slanted here. It's because I can't write any further down. But in your book, you're going to write like a nice horizontal straight line. Okay. So now I have to add everything. And I'm sorry if I'm going too fast, just make sure you pause the video if you need to. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 plus 6, so I've got 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 plus 0 is 14. 14 plus 6, so I'm going to put 6 up again. 6, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I'm going to carry over 20. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. Okay, so far in 5 days, the Blythe family picked 40 apples. Or 40 baskets of apples. That's a lot of baskets. Now we have to average it. Continuing with averaging, we have to divide. So it's 40 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and we know this, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So on average, they picked 8 baskets of apples. Okay. So if you need to pause here, like you need to make sure you copied everything down, or rewind because I went too fast, feel free to do that here. Awesome. Okay. So let's go ahead and go to the next page. I'll delete this. Next page. Oh, I can't swipe. Okay, we're going to do number 3 at our Zoom meeting. We're going to make our own bar graphs. But for seat work, you just have to do 4, 5, and 7. You don't have to worry about the story problems. We'll try to find time to do that later, but I really want you to understand how to create your own bar graph. So this is some level 6 thinking because we're creating something new. But 4, 5, and 6 is just review. Sorry, 4, 5, 7 is review. So here is your seat work, okay? And if you have any questions, please be sure to bring them up at our Zoom meeting. Thank you very much, Forties. I'll see you later.